Working with the central flow of energy. I know I've done it before in some of your other classes, but when we started focusing a lot more on that towards the beginning of your course, that was a game changer for me because I have a love of meridians and my organs. I have a newfound appreciation for organs and meridians. But when we started doing the central flow of energy, I felt different. I felt more expansive. Like things just I didn't feel like I was just focusing on these little kind of fine points. It's my energy started expanding and I felt it more expanding outwards. I didn't just notice it, like people noticed it too. Like you could just tell that their response to my good energy was favorable, was positive, that they would see that. But I felt that expansion, that central flow of energy and working with that was huge for me. I felt the energy move a lot better because I have some blocks, some scar tissue from C-sections and surgery. And I think that helped move a lot of that energy through that area. So yeah, so that was my favorite.
My biggest insight of this course is that everything starts here with me, and I have to do the work. And don't blame other people because you're interfering me or you're making me angry or you're making me sad, or no, I'm in charge. I think that's the biggest lesson I learned, to stand up for myself, to work hard and don't complain. It just made me stronger. Not on a physical level, but I think a lot of in my head.
The amount of work we did to make sure the dantian were activated, cleared, clean, bright, everything running nicely, the central channel fully activated, running nicely in both directions, that sort of thing, that was probably the bit I would take out of it most.
I've had a really nice shift in my postural alignment, which I can feel quite the difference in that, quite a significant difference. So that's been really good. And it's created a shift in my pelvis as well. I had a bit of a hip problem and that's coming along much, much better now. So yeah, definitely. And in my energy, one of the things I do really like about it is I can go outside, lay on the ground and just do a whole Qigong practice. And you can really feel it working. It's not that you're just dossing around in the sun. So that is really cool as well. I do like that.
It was really pleasing to to know that one, I can create my energy field much more. That I've actually found the edge of it, because that was all kind of just a bit of woo-woo for me. In, previous courses, it was, I just don't feel that at all.
Well, there's quite a few actually. I loved working with the Dantian. I was very sensitive to those. Like when we were doing the movements on the different planes, especially on the upper Dantian, incredibly sensitive. And I was not aware of any of that before. So now when I come to those centers, I can tune in pretty much straight away and just kind of feel what's going on, whereas before I would have had no idea. That's been really amazing. I do love the sound vibration, hands down. That is amazing because I can feel that. I can actually feel that. The colors I can feel and I can see. So I love. Like the primal pulse, all of it. I don't know what to say. It's just there's so many parts and they were all different but connected. I think it's just made me much more aware, all of it.
For me, this also is a great aspect, to have all these different layers in the focus and in the awareness, and also like the chakras. I've not really focused on that before. And I think this also gives much more complete picture. For me, especially organs and meridians were really something which I have been like studying before, but now with this course gave me a much better understanding or better awareness of that.
I think it was working with the Dantians, because when we've done it before, I've been like, well, I just rub them this way and I rub them that way, and I'm sort of feeling it. I think with the inner fire, I felt much more, but this has then gone, well, actually, this is a slightly simpler way of just connecting and knowing that I can use fairly simple but in-depth techniques to feel what's going on there.
I think partly when you're looking at your energy and like the edge of your energy and how far that extends, I mean, that's one that was very, very new. And I think one of the other ones is the breath work. you know, like doing like the primal breath and that, and the importance of that. And I think also the flow of energy and, you know, being aware of the energy within your body and how you can move that, because that is all quite new.